Good morning. Several years ago, when I was checking out of this fancy hotel in India after facilitating a 2-day workshop on leadership and conversations, at the reception counter when they presented me with the bill, I was a little shocked, taken back, because the charges there were not the charges I had signed up for. They were a little higher. And when I brought this up with the girl behind the counter, she said, "Sir, that is because your credit card has been issued abroad and thus you get charged by rates which are applicable to foreigners." And I said, "Hey, lady, look at me. See my name, Raju Mandhyan. Look at my face. I'm Indian all the way." And she goes, "Sir, no, your card has been issued abroad and the rules will apply." I was getting irritated and I said, "There is no way you're going to take my money without getting my permission before you take it. I disagree. I'd like to see the manager, please." So she calls the manager and I'm standing there in my shorts and sandals and totally exhausted after running a 2-day workshop. And there approaches this tall, handsome gentleman dressed in a perfectly blue suit and nice hair with a mustache on his face and gelled hair, really greasy hair. And he comes up with this little self-confident smile and stands in front of me and wants to know my problem. So I state my case and he offers me the same explanation. He goes, "Sir, your card has been issued abroad, thus the rates that apply to foreigners will apply." And I say the same thing. I said, "Before you take my money, you need to take my permission. I disagree." And this goes on back and forth for a few minutes until I realize that, hey, I just finished a 2-day workshop on leadership and conversations. And what am I doing here? When that thought struck me, I stopped. I literally stopped and took a step back and cooled down. Brought my attention to my breathing. Made sure that I was calm and cool. Took in the bigger picture. In fact, a funny thought went through my head. What if somebody catches me on tape and puts it up in a tabloid tomorrow in India saying a leadership trainer from the Philippines loses his cool, or a not responsible, an NRI Indian loses his cool in India? And so anyway, so after that little pause and that cooling down, I open up my eyes and then I regard this tall, handsome human being. In my eyes now, I don't see him as an overconfident guy with a smirk and a mustache on his face, but I see a professional human being trying to do his job. And the way I regard him changes. My demeanor changes and he notices that I'm looking at him differently. And after a while, there's a smile and my face is pleasant. I tell him this. I say, "Sir, I want to tell you this, that the last 3 days that I've stayed here, the service has been fantastic, the food delicious, and everything was outstanding. The workshop went extremely well. I'm very happy. And I want to promise you this, sir, that I will be coming back to your wonderful hotel many a times again in the future. Now you have to go by the rules. Please go ahead and do what you have to do and do the right thing and do the good thing. I'll leave it up to you and I trust you." He sized me up. His breathing evened down. A little smile also turned up on his face. A twinkle came up into his eyes. And he stepped away from me, stepped behind the counter, went inside the room, probably spoke to someone, comes out, whispers something into the girl's ears and leaves. Bottom line, that day I ended up paying much less than I expected to pay in that fancy hotel. I don't know what they did, but I was happy. Today, years later, it strikes me that I went through the 4 phases of emotional intelligence unconsciously. What are the 4 phases? Number 1, self-awareness. I became aware of myself, my behavior, my words, and my demeanor. I stopped there. Then I managed those. I managed the annoyance, I managed the irritation, and somehow came to manage the situation objectively. Then I regarded this human being and I saw him not from a singular warped perspective, but I saw him as a whole human being, and he saw me seeing him that way. Then, of course, I offered him something which was beneficial and nurturing to his performance, to his behavior, to his being. So the four stages are self-awareness, self-management, other awareness, and relationship management, or sometimes it's called other management. That's the framework of emotional intelligence. Extremely important every day, especially in these times which are challenging and people are afraid and crisis looms and shrouds us. And what are the keys to this? What are the keys to the four stages? There are two core keys. The first one is to mind your breathing all the time. Every now and then, interactions, conversations, situations, even nothing critical is occurring, just bring your breathing down to a level where it's absolutely calm. Breathe like a baby, and you'll feel more human. You will treat the world a lot more humanely. So breathing constantly, and you'll become highly self-aware and be able to manage yourself well. And this will impact others. The second one is to perceive others without passing judgment, without letting the wrong buttons inside you be pushed. Responding rather than reacting. So two core keys to emotional intelligence, four stages, two core keys. Practice them often. Practice them every day. Practice them everywhere. Become consciously aware. Make them a habit. Once you make them a habit, they will become part of your character. They will become part of your nature. They will become you. Those are my recommendations for these times, for every time in fact. And I hope you like them. I hope you apply them. They will increase your productivity. They will improve your performance and also give you a happy life, happy and a meaningful life. My name is Raju Mandhyan. I'm a speaker, trainer, and coach based in the Philippines. If you like what you heard, please click like and also share it if you must. Thank you very much. God bless and adios. Stay well.